Hiya folks, back again. Right, I have decided to make a few tags, I think. Well, I don't know. We'll see. But first of all, I wanted to show you what I've been hoarding. Well, what I've been searching for while I've been off camera. No, I don't want to shock you, but right, I'm just going to go behind me. Bet you, a lot of you, right, have got this sort of thing. Maybe not as many as me. Now, there is a reason why there's this many. Right, let me just tip it up. There's a lot of buttons in there. Look at all them. Now then, in here, there's a mixture of my nan's buttons, my mum's buttons, yeah, because they both had tins, right? Which is what a lot of people did back in the day. You had a button box, in or a button tin. And I had 2 tins, right? And I thought, right, I kept the tins for years, right? Just as a, keepsake, you might say. And I thought, the one tin was rusty, and I thought it wasn't a really old tin, so it wasn't worth like vintagey sort of, old. But I thought, no, sorry, Nan, your tin's got to go. This is dirty. It's been under my bed. So my Nan's buttons, my mum's buttons, they all went in together. Now, when I was sewing a while back, I was making men's trousers, and I used a lot of these sort of things, yeah. And I think I've got a lot of grey and a lot of black, that colour, and a lot of like a mottledy sort of this sort of colour. I've got like Mio, that colour, yeah, all different sizes, right? Because I was making quite a few at one point. Might sound a bit daft, but I needed a lot of buttons for the trousers that I was making. They were for what we call over here the Northern Soul scene. And the lads that wanted the trousers wanted replicas of what they wore in the 70s. I had some side pockets myself when I was 10. I made my sister make me a pair because I was adamant I wanted side pockets like the men, because I was a bit of a tomboy. So when the lads came to me, I made some fancy dress clothes for somebody ages ago. And somebody asked me if I'd make them a pair of trousers that they had when they were like 18. And I was like, yeah, okay then. But then it was like, yeah, but there's 3 flaps on the back, each with buttons. Right, okay, so that's 9 buttons on each back pocket. So it's like 3 flaps each side, that's 6 flaps, buttons on each flap. And then on the front, they had 3-inch waistbands with 3 buttons. And then they had a ticket pocket type tab with buttons on as well. So I was putting men's trousers together and using a lot of these buttons. That's why I've got a lot of buttons. Right, now, I've stopped making the soul. They're called soul bags. That's what they're called. Spencer's. They were actually called Spencer's. Company up north made them for all the lads that used to go to Wigan and Blackpool and all the other places, around the country. So I've got a lot of my own buttons. Plus, because I'm a sewing machinist, by trade anyway, I have got lots of buttons. But what I do is, I'm a bit naughty. I collect them as a hobby, you might say, like not sort of as a hobby, I suppose. It's just something I like to keep as a keepsake. I don't know, I'm just daft, but I do like to sort them out. So I've got this sort of thing going on, yeah, and this sort of thing, a bit naughty, I know, bit daft. And then I've got these like big fancy ones, but they're all different. They're like jewels to me. I don't know whether it's just me or, this silly sort of collectible type thing. Covered buttons as well. Because I like to make 60s clothes, I like a covered button. And there's a few here that are already covered. I have covered buttons myself with like the button, the button makers that you can buy. They're like, well, you can't, they're not button makers, they're just a plastic disc, and then you put your fabric on and then you sort of clip on the back, if you know what I mean, and that sort of thing. But then I've got these lovely big chunky ones as well, random ones, because I bought a pack of buttons off eBay that looked different. They have like different ones, it's just one of them things. It's just something I like to look at every now and then. And then you've got these kind, like these silvery, I mean, they're not gold, obviously, they're not silver, but they remind me of my dad's coat. Well, my dad had a few of them, actually. A few coats with these kind of buttons on. So that's probably why I like these, So, yeah. Bit of guilty pleasure there. But right, let's get back to the task. Rambling on then, went off there, you know, as I do. But I think you probably know that by now if you've been watching me a while. Now these were bought from Hobbycraft. They were in like a little tub, you know, little plastic tub. Cheap as chips really. I think they were like $2.99. But some of these ones were ones that I bought collections, you know, collections of buttons off eBay. You know, they weren't expensive. But because there's a few random different buttons that I know I haven't got in my button box, believe it or not, there's little cute ones, look, yeah? So that leads me on to what we're going to do with the buttons. I mean, I have got, there's a little brown ones. I might use a couple of them. There's a couple of rosy ones. I might pull them out. And then I've got these as well. But we'll see. I might change my mind. I might go back to, you know, just plain buttons. So right, so that's the button situation explained. The other one is some trim of some description. Have I got in here some, I want some of this sort of stuff. Yeah, Hessian. Now you might not have anything like this, but you might have some like packaging or something, or I know fruit and veg comes in these kind of bags sometimes, that kind of thing. And the other one is another one. There we go, look. I think this was some kind of bag off something, you know, and I've just cut it, used it. Bits of fabric, yeah, we might pull some of them in, but not everybody's got fabric. Here we go, this is what I'm looking for. Right. Now, as far as like clothing goes, right, I know you guys might not have lace, so we won't go near the lace. Yeah, this is to build some clusters, right? And this is from another lady I watched, right, called Julie. She's Camellia Craft Designs, and this is from Christmas. I remember seeing them Christmas, and I didn't actually make them. She got just pieces of fabric, like the Hessian. This is window netting, you know, what you put on the windows to stop the flies coming in, right? So I've got that. These are obviously off garments, you know, bits of lace, sort of tops that I've cut up. So there's those as well. So you might have something like this in your, you know, in your ready to go to the recycling bin or whatever. This was a bag that had like men's toiletries in. It was my son's, and I thought I'll have that. So that's another one. And then obviously bits of fabric here, because I've got fabric from little packs of quilting, you know, quilt packs, you know, what they call it, fat quarters. I've got like lots of that sort of stuff knocking about. So there's those, but I won't pull those in. This is what the cheeseclothy stuff I was thinking about. Now, Tina, I think, no, not Tina, whether it was Julie or Miss Paintalot, Fiona, I can't remember now, but there was a button, and on the back of the button, instead of like the knot or whatever, she put a piece of this, and it really looked, you know, I think it was Julie, it really looked nice. But you could use anything like this. This was a makeup bag again, you know, from those pads that you scrub your face with. Yeah, so that was off that. More of this sort of stuff, this cheeseclothy. One's cheesecloth, I actually bought it as cheesecloth, and one is a roll of car cleaning scrubby cloth, yeah, like delicate-y. It's quite delicate, but it's better than the actual cheesecloth that I bought. This was like, it's grade cheesecloth, you know, for cooking. It was quite expensive. It was like probably a metre of it for about £4 or £5. But it doesn't break apart like this does. This will sort of break down, which is what I like the look of. So right, let's get rid of all this. I'm going to pop it over here. But that's another little twist on what we can pull out of our stash, well, you know, out of our cupboards to use. That, you know, you might not, you think, well, I can't make a cluster, I've got nothing. I bet you have, right? So let's get that up there, out the way. Now let's get back to the tag, because this is what I'll come on to do. But as usual, got sidetracked. This is why I have to edit. And my last video, you probably realise it was a voiceover, because there was two videos. One was 35 minutes, the other one was 25 minutes. So I've fast forwarded them. I hope it's not too fast forward, because I know myself, if I watch something that's mega quick, you know, it's a bit awkward on the eyes, you know, but hopefully it's not too fast for you. You'll have to comment if, you know, it is no good. Please, you know, tell me. Now, this was from get it right. Miss Paint a Lot, yeah, a couple of days ago. Shabby chic tag, right? And what she did was she just got a piece of paper. I think it's 6 inches. I think it might be more. It's just over 6 inches. It's 6 3/4, right? And then I folded it in half, and that's made a tag, a sort of a double tag, if you want to call it that, of nearly 3.5 inches, right? So that's 3.5 inches, and I've put my slopey thing on. Where's my cutter? When I showed you this, did I show you this in the beginning? I think I did. Where you can make your corners. You haven't got to have a corner jumper. You can just do it like that, look, jump, and then swap it over, jump, yeah. Whatever size sort of corner you need, right? Little, tiny, big one, you know, just jump it. And you know you've got the same angle, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? So she did like she cut it, she had 2, yeah, like that. And then she cut the top piece off. I think that's about 2 inches, I think, yeah. Cut about 2 inches off the top, right? Now this piece is going to go there, like that. And then she put some flowers here on the one, and then she put some buttons on the other, right? So that's a bit of a choice, but I know we haven't got flowers, you see. We could go down the road and make some, but it just means of cutting little petals and then putting them together yourself, yeah? So I don't really want to do that. I thought we could do some flower type mock flowers with these clusters of fabric, and the centre of the flower will be a button, yeah? And this, you know, this stuff, yeah? So that's the plan. I don't know whether it'll work, but we'll see when we get nearer. So that's that. The tag is just a little bit narrower because we're going to glue this down here, so it's a pocket, right? So, yeah. And then we just, all she did was put that on a bit of ribbon or twine or whatever it was she used, and she had that dangling like a mini tag with a flower on. So that's another. But you could put a button on it or something, you know, something else. But we'll use our book pages that we've got to make this tag, right? So, I mean, I could use this as my base. You could cut yourself a base of copy paper. My coffee's gone cold. Right, I'll just pop this out of the way. Where can I put it? Somewhere safe. Put it over there. I need to find now. I'm not going to pull in these because these are all bits and bobs that are sort of already, I've got ideas for, yeah? So let's pull out. I don't think that one will be any good. So I'll just pop that one over there. So what we want to do is look at our tag. I know that's going to be the front on show, and I know that's going to be on show when you remove your tag. So I want either that stuck on there, like, I don't know, like that. That might work. Yeah, just means I'm going to lose a bit of this. You know, look on the reverse, you know, make sure you're not stealing something that's better on the reverse side, yeah? See that one? I could sort of just use this down the bottom here. But I want to find something that's got something similar, so that when the tag goes in, the tag sort of blends in with this. So whatever's on there will sort of go with the tag. That's what I'm thinking. Water lilies, look at that. See, that's a shame to, you know, I mean, I could nick it, I suppose. I could nick a bit of it. Right, let's see what we can do. So, I want a tag. I want a front. I mean, I could use that, look. Do you know, see what, or even that on the front of there. Is there a little one, like a baby one? Yeah. There isn't a little one. But that is an idea. That's worth thinking about. Or, cut that, and put that on there. I don't want, no. Yeah, on the tag. That's what I'm thinking, the tag, not the inside there. Because all it's showing is that. Okay? So, right, let's go for it, right? Let's go for it. Oh, hang on, look, we got these here. Are they rosebuds, or are they? It's a different one, I think, isn't it? Right, let's see. I can roughly sort of see where this flower is underneath, yeah? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to basics, and I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw around my template, right? So I know it's just rough. It's just a rough draw. It doesn't have to be, and I'm hoping that's straight. No, let's just tear this down. Make it easier for me to cut. Alright, what I'm going to do first is fold it in half, yeah, where I think my line is. I think it's about there. I'm going to edge up the pages so I get it straight, because that's what I'm worried about. Yeah, that's pretty... Mind you, it doesn't matter if it's straight, not straight, because the flower's not straight, is it? Alright. I'll tell you what. Should I cut just both? I could do, couldn't I? I wonder if I can do that. Freehand. Right, let's do a line, a big line. Right, now if you haven't got a ruler, do a bit of guesswork with a bit of... Right, this is going to have to be an eye thing, an eyeball thing. I'm using my mat as a guide here. But if you've not got a mat, right, as a ruler, to act as a ruler, right, let's pull in something that we know is straight. That's straight, because this is off the back of something. So I know that's straight. That's a straight corner, right? Yeah, so this is because we've not got a ruler. So I'm going to pop that there, put that level across the bottom there, straight, and then just do a line down like that, yeah? Now, all being well, that will be straight when I cut, I hope. Now, when I'm doing long, use your fingers here as your guide. Tell you who I learned that off. Oh dear, name's gone. No, can't think what the lady's name was. Crikey, I'm stupid, aren't I? I will write it on the screen. She said, keep your fingers like that. See how I'm balancing the scissors on there? So, all being well, I should be able to do a straight line. It looks it, right? Now, where's the thing? Where's the thing gone? Where's the thing gone? This is what I'm thinking, guys. Turn that way. Cut that off there, right? Instead of cutting, if you only cut 2 inches, well, I'm going to cut more, yeah? I mean, it doesn't have to be more. It doesn't have to show all that. It's just that I want that flower. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to use my little box again as my guide, as my ruler. I mean, you can use anything you've got. A book, some card. I mean, yeah, a ruler, if you've got a ruler. Nice big long rulers are great, you know. Or even a little dinky one, look, you know, a kiddie ruler. Or a good book with a good edge. Anything that's, you know, straight, basically. I'm using this as my template to guide, you know, just to keep me tag square, you know what I mean. Put that in there like that. I'm gonna draw a line there now, but I'm conserving. I'm keeping that one lily, water lily. Now I'm going to chop away that crease where I folded it. That's going there like that. It might be too much though. It might be too much water lily overload. You never know. Where's the other bit gone? Yes, that's going to be the bottom of my tag, right? So let's do this again. Pop that on there straight. Just roughly give you eyeball where that flower is. You know, if it's in the centre-ish. It doesn't matter if it isn't, but you know. So let's. I mean, if you're good enough, you could just cut around that freehand. I'm going to go back to old school and draw around my template. Righty-ho, so that's the bottom of the tag. Now I could chop that off because it's got 73 on it, but it doesn't matter because it is what it is. It's a book. We've used a book. Now I do like that verse. Now is he going to go on there though? That's the thing. Is it going to fit? Right, so let's just take that there. Right, so there we go. That is what I want, but ideally I would like it like that, you know. Is that going to... Actually, that'll work. Look, see, that'll work. We'll get this cut off. Get this off here. Just trim it down. And then we can see what we're working with. Right, let me think skew if now. Look at that. See what I mean? Right. What can I do? What can I do with that horrible join there? That will need to be addressed at some point. Right, so we've got that. We've got that there. And then that's going in there like that. Well, that join is going to be hidden anyway because it'll be pushed down. So, or I could even have it like that and then maybe have something across there like this. Maybe. Like that. Fair play to the glue stick. I don't know whether that's straight, but here goes, you know, it's right then. Right, so we've used, right, where's that? That was it, wasn't it? So there's two of them, there's two greens, yeah. Right, so I'll keep these out, so I'm working with the greens. But there is a nice big green bow, look. There we go. But if I put that on there, that's going to be, I could put that up there, like that. I don't know how I'm going to attach it though. Might have to make a hole. And then, or should we just go for it? Or should we staple it? Will that spoil it though, do you think? Get this glue off my hand here. Because there's quite a bit. I'm going to smudge it on the back of this bow. And then stick it on there. And then we'll just pray that it stays on. You never know, it might not. No, I shouldn't really have stuck that on there because I've got to put something around the edge, haven't I? In the form of this. But first, let's get the foil. Got one of these. Great, right? Because this is what you can do. You can get one of these and sort of remember which one it is. So it's 24, number 24. Get that on there like that. But do it so that you can still see this paper underneath. Because what I'm going to do is draw a line. I'm going to do a bigger one. Can you see? I can see a fraction. I'll zoom in for you. I can see a fraction of the grey board, right? I hope you can too. So my pencil's on the grey board there. And I'm going to swoop down. Can you see what I've done? You can see a bit of the pencil there where I've gone up a little, you know, a bit of over sort of excited, I suppose you might say. But we'll just chop it off, eh? There you go. So that's a nice rounded corner. So what number did I say it was? It was 24, wasn't it? But that didn't work. So it was 26, which is nearly an inch. Or it is an inch, isn't it? 20 odd. Oh, I don't want to pull that off. It's got the ribbon was in there. Oh dear. Would have whipped off, wouldn't it? So let's do it again. Maybe I should have moved it over just a smidge. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're not equal, crikey. It's not, there we go. It's not a massive thing, is it, if it's not perfect? I've not got corner chomping police after me, measuring the angles. There we go, look. There you are. And if you get like this here, look, like a little, can you see? Rather than going back in with your scissors, just get your file and just smooth it off like you would your nails. Just to make it look like it was always round. I mean, that one's not as good, but there we go. Right then, let's go in with this now then. So he's going that way, upside down. So it's like a mirror image of that one, yeah? Right, let's stick that on there before I change my mind. Because I might look at it and think I don't like that being upside down. It's a bit silly. But this was just an idea I had. Because I saw Fiona's video this morning. I thought, oh, that might be a nice little addition to our journal. And I knew it was simple enough to do. See how that glue was gone into the chalk? Quickly get it off before the glue sets. It does sort of come off if it wants to. Yeah, I thought, you know, it's a nice little idea. And then what she did was she made a hole at the top. Right, so I want my little loofah. I'm going to turn it upside down. Not the tag, turn that upside down. And get that on there like that. Except I'm going to try and get it in the middle where it's not got a word. I shouldn't have put that ribbon on yet. But never mind. I think it's okay. It hasn't moved it. I'll tell you what, that has stuck. It is stuck. Yeah. Not great, but it's stuck. Then what she did was she got a little tag. Right, that's my template. Let's get that out of the way because I want to keep that. Where's the little tag? That's the other bit of the template. And there's the little tag. I mean, you haven't got to do no measuring. You can just do it yourself, you know. Give you... Then she had that hanging like that. And then what she did was, because that was on like a long ribbon, that was like that. And that was hanging there, like that. And then it had like another flower. I don't think we've got... They're roses, aren't they, on there? I don't think we've got another lily. So we could do something else, right? So what I could do is I could get some of this out the same card. I mean, it doesn't have to be a lily. It can be this one. Yeah. So let's just chop this down. I'm going to do this freehand because it's small enough to hold without messing about, you know, with my pencil and that. So there, I've got a pair of little miniature tags. Now what I can do is I can have them either dangling together like that as a pair, which would probably be quite nice, or I could make one a little bit smaller than the other. I think I'll make that one a bit smaller. I don't know whether that'll work. Should we try? I might end up wrecking it. There we go. Pair of little dinky tags. Right, let's get this glued together because this has been a long video, another long video. So you might see a bit of fast forwarding throughout this, or I might do the voiceover again. When you do the voiceover, your voice tends to be a bit louder, I think, because the phone's nearer, because I'm looking at the picture, and then also you can hear every noise like sniffing and yawning. I yawned on one of them and sniffing, and oh dear, I don't, you know, I don't do myself any favours. Yeah, with the voiceovers, but I can quicken the videos up a lot, see, if I do that. Right, let's wait for that to stick. Now, I've used Calal for that because I wanted to do it quickly, but you probably would use PVA, a thin bead of PVA on a cocktail stick, or if you have got the tacky glue, you know, use that. Or Cosmic Shimmer, or what's the other one they use? There's one that everybody uses. I can't even remember what it's called now, and I've seen it loads of times. It's got a very thin, pointy end, you know. Art glitter, that's it, art glitter. A lot of the ladies use that. Right, so that will be stuck now. See if I'd have stuck that with PVA, that would not have been stuck by now. So there we go, that tag can go in there like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get some of that ribbon and maybe some of this. All right. Get the right way around because it's just going to twist. I wonder if I just stick that on there, is it going to work? Is that going to hold? Yeah, that's what I'm just thinking. I don't need it that long, I only need it about that long. I wonder if it'll staple now. Like there. And then if I do like a slope, then I can get the... Aha, yeah, worked. Worked. But I will put glue on the back. Where's my glue gone? Go and walk about. Put some glue there. And then just cut that off flush when it's dry in the morning, yeah, and then put some glue there and put the bow on like we did before, and hide that staple. Some people like staples. I mean, I don't mind that, like that. I might just cut it because I think that's what Fiona did, I think she had like a few fronds like that showing. Right, so come on, let's get this together. So that was like that, and it was like that. I was going to just do a little bit more inking. I don't know if you can see off camera, I did a bit of a test, yeah, to see what this would be like around the edges of the paper, because I'm not liking the whatchamacallit finish, this chalky, this malarkey. It's not working out really for me, so I thought, right, I'm just gonna go for it, yeah. So what I did was just went round the edge. I don't know if you can see with the black pen, the the marker brush pen, and it's brown, so but it's coming up sort of quite dark really. If you can sort of go over the edge really carefully, you can get it quite neat. And what I've done is I've edged a lot of stuff, yeah, ready. I've done that one as well. I've done that. I'll show you what all these are for in a minute. I'm just going to do this one for you, just on camera. I did it all off camera, and I had to turn the phone off because I could hear it bleeped, and I thought, oh, battery. So yeah, I've had to charge it back up again. But this is the finish that you get. I think, excuse me, I think, to be fair, it's quite a nice look. As long as you don't go too far over, otherwise you have to sort of join it. It's a bit like doing eyeliner, when you do winged eyeliner. I mean, I don't do winged eyeliner. I've tried, don't get me wrong, but I end up taking it back off. I'll put it on and then take it off because my eyes are too wrinkly. They don't look right. And what I've got here is just a piece of page that I've just cut. I've done the black around the edge, but not a lot, only a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is, I want this open, right? So I'm going to put the glue on there again, like we did last time, right? I'm going to use a bead of this. Not loads, just a bit, yeah? So we put a bead down here, if it'll come out the tube. Get a bit of wiggle room, not a lot, because it's, it's pretty, sort of what you call it. I've got to watch this rubbing as well, because I've got this stuff on my fingers still. I've still got it on, because I've been wiping this, and it keeps just transferring. That's why I've stopped using it. It's driving me nuts. I got a load of powder everywhere. I spilt it, didn't I? And it's just causing more trouble than it's worth. Right then, so there we go. We've got a nice side pocket there now for a nice big tag or journaling card or a little note or some scrap paper, a little notebook, something like that. Right, now we want the side pocket. What I've got here is just a piece of the book page again. I've edged it in the brown felt marker, well, brush marker. I'm going to put some glue down here just to make the edge. I'm just going to use this just to make the edge a little bit more robust, really, rather than just an edge. And I'll tell you what, when I'm a bit squeamish when it comes to paper edges, you might be the same. Paper cuts, you're not going to get a paper cut off that, are you? But you will off that, so it's for two reasons I like to do that. And what I'm going to do is pop that there. Right, so we need another row of glue. So that's going to stick, hopefully. Right, let's get, while we're here, we'll get a couple of pins just on the edge. Not pins, these things, what they're called? Paper clips. Just holding that in there. Because that's the only thing with the PVA, it doesn't grip. Now we can work on this. All right, we want a cluster, so let's pull in what I thought of doing. And this is what I was going to do. I was going to pop that on like that, hanging off a little bit, and this one hanging off a little bit, but a bit lower because it's a similar size to that. Then pop that on there like that, and then just pop a button on it. Maybe, or maybe put the button somewhere else. I don't know, maybe put the button on there. I can't decide now. Right, well, what I'm going to do is glue it first, yeah? Get some glue. Now, what glue shall I use? That is going to be an issue. Right, I'm going to go on the hand again. Only because this is holy, you know? Oh, look. Wrinkled skin. Oh, dear. I'm going to have to get that off. Is that going to... Oh, crikey. That's terrible. Oh. It won't come off. I don't know how I'm going to get it off. Right, let's pop that there first. Right, let's get... All right, Flo. That's Flo. Yeah? What's the matter? She does this every night. Just to let me know, you know. She's gone back in the bedroom now. The other one doesn't do it. Elvis, the boy. He's fast asleep behind me, he is. She's the only one. The only vocal one. Elvis is the same age. They're brother and sister. And then my old boy, Clarence, he's like 12 now. Elvis and Clarence like meow quietly at each other, like as if they're talking. You know, they sort of like, you know, little mutters every now and then. Or they'll do a little mutter at me in the kitchen. But they're not loud, they're not vocal. Not like her ladyship. I call her a ladyship because she's a bit of a diva. She likes her food chopped up and mashed, you know. She's very sort of, oh, I can't be bothered, come and get me. So we have to go and get her, you know, for her food. We say, if I call her, no, she just ignores me. But the other two, they'll come running. But not Florence, no chance. Well, Flo. Right, cluster, that's the tag. So that goes in that pocket, like that. We've got the mimicking all the images. That's a different plant, but I think it's okay. And that one's another different plant, but they all look similar. You know, they all look okay in my eyes. There we go. Nice big tag. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pop her on there like that. Yeah, we're going to stick her down. We're not going to have it, you know, a dangling tag. I'm just going to sort of not centralise it, but not right to the edge neither. Yeah. And then we'll pop that in like that. And that's it. That's the first sort of page. Well, the first page in that signature, yeah. I mean, it didn't really matter if this was green. I was trying to match it up, wasn't I? But of course, we might put another signature in. And where's that other thing gone I had? See, I'm losing stuff again. There we go. Just a little tag. Well, a little bookmark. Yeah, I'm liking this. Yeah, well, I mean, I haven't got very far, but you know, it's an ongoing thing, isn't it? It's one of them things that we're going to be working on. But I think what I need to do now then is get working on these here. Yeah, we've got that nice little one. We need to do a little tag for in there, but we've got plenty of roses and pinks. I know I have. Need something there. I'm not sure what yet. So yeah, we'll just keep chipping away at it. And then what I might do is do the other signature off camera, you know, rather than just taking you through the whole scenario again. Look at that now. I've got to get that off. And then we'll add it, you know. I might leave a few little snippets and bits to just tidy up. But yeah, I like that. I'm really chuffed with that. I'm quite happy how that turned out, because the stuff that Julie used, not Julie, the stuff that, because I'm watching Julie and I'm watching Fiona, I'm getting mixed up again. The stuff that Fiona used, they were really nice papers, you know. You know, this is just an old book, isn't it, for £1? So right, yeah, not as fancy, but right then, I think what I need to do now is decide on this spread here, right? We've obviously got no tucks to worry about or anything. This one we have got tucks to worry about. So what I could do is either put a little signature in here, yeah, just a few pages, just anything, like just pull in something like this. I mean, I've got these are just knocking about, and they were hanging about the other day. But I know you won't have this sort of stuff, you see, so I didn't want to bring in any of my stash, right? But I could do something like that with just plain paper, you know, just plain writing paper. You could tea dye it, you know, but then that's going down another road, isn't it? You know, we don't really want to be doing that. So maybe just do a couple of little pockets or something. Let's have a look. I've got here that original tag that Fiona done. Could use this one. Now this one was a Christmas thing that Julie, I've even wrote it, look, yeah, because my brain is just fried. Julie did. It was from a Christmas thing that she did. I think she called them scrappy pockets with real button closure. Instead of doing the circles, yeah, I thought it might be easier for you guys just to pop a couple of buttons on, or one button. I mean, that one's a different depth, it's just what card I had lying hanging around. This one, she put a button there and a button there, and then just some twine round, yeah. So that could be the top of this, yeah. So that'd be the top. I mean, we're not going to make much sense of the poem. It might be a bit wider than that one, because, you know, I might want to keep a bit of the wordage on. I'm going to try and level it up because it's not, I haven't done it quite straight. And then I'll tuck that under, make like a nice edge, and then we'll tuck that under as well, yeah. So that's going to be the sort of depth of the. We've got a little bit of a flower there. I mean, we've lost that, but I'm not really bothered about that. It's not really a thing, is it? It's not a. And then what I should do is get me a thing. Where is it? A little box, just to put a mark. We'll take it there. There we go. Look, we got our little corners. Nice, I like that. And then what we'll do is we'll chop that one off to about there. Well, we'll do the same. We'll mark her up. So we've got like an inch to fold over, yeah. Line her up on the board and line him up again. Yeah, this is great. This is, get your hand inside. And you've got a good bit of support. If you need to get one, it's a what is it? Cadbury's chocolate bar cake. Yeah, that's what this was. So it's a good sturdy box. Yeah, it just means you've got to eat the Cadbury's cakes, or put them in the cupboard. Bad idea. Buying them really, but right then. So that's that one. So there we've got our little fold up little wallet, you might want to call it, for our little tuck spot journaling space, little booklet, or, you know, whatever you want to do. Or even a little it's got a bit of an edge there, just needs trimming. Just a little tuck spot for saving a few bits. I'll just tuck that off nicely. I'm not worried about this pencil because I might go around it with the wherever he's gone, the marker, you know, so there we go. And then what we need is a couple of buttons on there, right? So we need to get the random button box, wherever. Which one should we use? Have we got any in this one, or are they all in here now? I think they're all in here. You know, I've got these, look. These are like really pretty ones. I don't know where these came from. I think they were in this thing that I purchased. A bag of random buttons, you know. Right, so we'll have them. There we go. I like that. Go on, do it now. So that's the button closure, right? There we go, done and dusted. Then all we've got to do is put a little booklet inside, right? So what we need to do now is get another bit of paper, some description. There's one here, look. Just fold it in half-ish, roughly. Like that in there. Now, fingers crossed, my staple will go through this. It might not, it might play up. Might say no, too thick. Yeah, it's gone through. That's fine. And then we'll have that in there like that. You got a little booklet. And then we'll just round those corners again. Yeah. Scissors. I mean, that was already rounded, that one was. Yeah, I'll just take that one off like that. This one is a bit deeper. I mean, it doesn't matter, because some people like different depths, you know, different sizes. Some people don't mind it. And then what we can do is just stick that. I'll use some of this, because I don't think the Pritt will stick the staple. You can staple it in if you want to, you know, it's not a... I mean, it might not stick anyway. You might spit it back up and say, no, we're not sticking, because the staples are causing the bump. But what we will do is fold it over like that, and then you'll do as you're told, because you're going to have the clip on it. Yeah, done and dusted. Now then, so that's that. Now what we're going to do with it, what did I say we was going to do? I'm going to put it in the little pocket. Let's just get all this rubbish out of the way. I've got to tidy up. I can't do any more. Not tonight, Josephine. Definitely tidy up time. So what I could do is put 2 pockets on there, if I wanted to. Put a tag in one and something else in the other. And because we've got this, these little flaps, that'll allow me to poke that nice little button closure thing in. The buttons won't go in, but you know, they can balance on the top, can't they? I think it looks okay, it looks pretty. Right, we'll have it this side. I'm going to bring it up a little bit, don't want it too far down. Yeah, that'll do. And then that'll, once it's stuck, you know, it will sort of let's do the thing again with the clips. Yeah, I know you guys probably haven't got the clips, but you're not in a hurry, are you? You know, I am, sort of, if you know what I mean. And what I've got to do is get something pokey in there, because I don't want that joining. I don't want that joining up. What's happening here? Oh, it's not that. It's a bit of card. It's where the book was joined, I think, to another page or something. And then that will go in there like that. But I'm not going to put it in now, just in case there is a bit of glue seepage. So I'm going to put that there like that on the end now. Just move it along a bit. Yeah, so very good. I'm really chuffed, really happy. I mean, that could go in that way probably. Could go in either way, you know. What I'm going to do is take a chance to see if this is stuck now. I'm going to put my finger inside just to see if there's any. No, that's fine, I think. That's good. Here we go then. That can go there like that. And that's that one done. Then we can just pop something up here. I don't know, we could just pop that there. Or, you know, similar to flower to that one. Or put one of these out because they're like similar flowers. Or one of the others. Got a little word there, look, a little quote, a little poem. Put that there. Doesn't really matter. Or we could even put a little cluster. Another little tiny cluster. But yes, that's that page done. This is looking really, really cute. Really chuffed. Yeah, so that one's Julie. Yeah, Community Craft Designs. And this one is Fiona, Miss Paint a Lot. Yeah, so that's 2 nice tags. And what I'm going to do now, or tonight, is after I've tidied up, I'm going to go on my channel, well, on YouTube, see what else I can find, see if I can dig out any other ideas, or, you know, any good little quick, easy, not too difficult, taggy type things that we can pop in here. Yeah, I don't want all the same, you know, I do want to try and vary it a little bit. I've got some ideas of my own. I'll have a look in my own little thing to see if I can find something. Yeah, so right, good night for now. Next video will probably be about the same again, but what I'll do now is edit everything that I've done today. There's quite a lot of videos, I must admit, and hopefully it won't be too long for you to watch, and you'll see, you know, what we're doing, what I've done. I mean, I might, by the time this is done, you know, there might not even be a chance to pop something here, but what I might pop there is a little flip, yeah, just a tiny flip, of a similar nature, you know, or even an envelope, yeah, like the envelope that I was going to do. In the meantime, it's tidy up time. I wish you could see my desk, guys. It's an absolute heap. Right, I'm just going to scan out and give you a shock. Right, this is my living room, right? So yeah, let's take the frame off. I hope it's not going to jilt too much. Right, let's just I'll take it back slow as possible. Oh, there's my thing still hanging there. Yeah, it's getting worse. Getting worse. Getting worse. Getting worse. Right, so I need to tidy all that up before I go to bed. Otherwise my cats are going to have a field day tonight while I'm in bed. Right, take care, guys. I'm going to shoot off and I'm going to do some mean editing. All right, stay safe. Take care. Bye.